Hey guys, we're back again. This is an unintentional video. I just started doing something. I liked the way it came out, so I thought I'd share with you. So a few weeks ago, maybe last week, we made a new cane out of some scrap clay. So whether it was old flower canes that I had, it was just the ends of a bunch of flower canes, leaf canes, and we put it all together and we made that fabulous cane out of fall colors. Some orange, red, wasabi, green. We got yellow. We got all kinds of different colors in here. And so I gathered all the scraps from that second cane we made and I put it aside. So I've been working in 2 rooms. I came in here to kind of clean this up a little today. And of course this caught my eye. But what was really cool was while putting things away in the drawer, I found something that I barely use ever. Just sitting in there. I've got a lot of Sculpey molds. I got them all from Michael's years ago. And I don't know why I got them if I don't use them. So I saw one and I took it out. And that's what we're going to base this thing on. So basically all I'm doing is just taking that scrap clay and making a couple spirals in it. Okay, here's one that I've already done. So I gave it kind of like a marble look. So in order to do that, you're just going to squish all this together. And then the lines will like cause little striations. Although the colors don't look like stones, it still gives it that same effect. I'm going to do that 2 times. You don't want to do it too much because then you'll blend the colors into each other and they'll start getting kind of muddy. They won't be as vibrant as they are now. You know, the ends are always the hardest ones to do. Okay, so now we're just going to do the same. We're just going to push that right in. Now, a lot of people would use this now and make a Natasha bead. I am not really good at Natasha beads, so I don't really make very many of them. Okay, so now we're just going to get that nice and round again. And see how we made it kind of like stone looking, like it's got some striation that looks like it's a marble pattern on it. And the title of this is Misleading. They're 5-minute pendant and earring set. Obviously you have to put it in the oven, so it's not really 5-minute, but just take out the baking part and you'll see how easy this is to make. So I'm just going to cut off an end here, and I'm going to cut some of this. Okay, so this is the mold that I have. It's a Sculpey mold, and it's a dream catcher, a bunch of leaves, like a geode, moon, star, even a heart. I'll have to see what that heart looks like. I think with the striations you can't do that because you won't see the design in it. Okay, so we're going to go with the pendant first. I don't even need all of this, so I'm going to get this a little thinner. Maybe I can make 2 of them. So what is that, about 2.5 inches? I don't think I can make this go to 5. Maybe I can. Okay, so we're going to just cut that right there at 2.5. And I don't use water. I think it sticks better when there's no water in there. But your hands have to be clean because your hand will pull these right back up. My hands are not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this down as good as I can, and then I'm just going to grab some printer paper And a brayer, if I can find my brayer here. You want to go all the way up to the stem. Okay. And then all you do is take your blade and go straight across. Might take you a couple times. Okay, and look at that. That's the back. That's the back of the leaf. So that's going to look really pretty. Got a little mark right there. And then I just kind of move it away from the edges a little bit, just to make sure we got a nice clean design. See, because there's some right here that's out. I don't want that. Okay. Now the hardest part is because it's so thin is getting it out of here. But you can do it from the bottom, you can do it from the top, or you can just take it and pull it off on the side. But that's hard for me to hold on to with my hands. So I'm going to go off the bottom. Just very carefully take it off of there. And I'll show you those in a minute. That would be for another one of those. We're going to take this smaller one. I'll go like 4 inches. Well, not quite 4, but should be enough. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. And that was a chuck with its Jake brake on. This can get really loud. I don't know why they're using their Jake brake, but okay, so that looks like it's in there really good. Pull that top off. And again, we're just going to bring in the sides just to make sure we got really nice clean edges. Okay. And this might be a little easier to fold. Okay, so there's one. Okay, let's do one more and then we'll show you what that looks like. So I'm going to take these strips right here. Oh, I just love this color combo. Cool thing on this, it gives you a stem. It's a little thin, however, but you would 100% want to resin these And if you resin that stem, it's going to make it extremely hard all of a sudden. And you will be able to put a jump ring through it without worrying about anybody pulling on it and maybe pulling out the jump ring by breaking it right through the clay. So I'm glad there's a stem on there. And unfortunately, Sculpey molds are never mirrored. So just take that leaf and just gently fold it that way. Okay, so there you go. Took me all but what? Well, it took me 10 minutes, but that was because I explained too much. And then see how thin these tops are? Probably not, because I can't seem to focus. So it's about 3 millimeters. It's not that bad, but it's really thin right here, maybe 2 millimeters. But again, if you put resin on the top and bottom and on the sides of these, it'll hold up really good. But there you go. There's a quick pair of earrings and a pendant for a necklace. So I hope you liked that. Like I said, it was not intentional to make a video today, but when you think of something, you got to share it. So I hope you liked it, and we'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi guys, so I just wanted to come back and show you the leaves. I still have one more part to resin, which is the sides. So I'm going to turn these sideways and then get the sides done. But this is what the leaves look like after they've been resin. They're nice and shiny, and they're a lot stiffer than when they were before. Okay, so put a jump ring on here. I'm saying copper. And you could even take just regular necklace chain and dangle a couple chains in the back, or you can do them on the front, however you like it. So those two are done. These were some experiments we did with this geode, I guess you can call it. So we put resin on one side so far just to see if I liked them. So that's kind of like an agate bead, and this was just pearl clay with gold leaf. And that's interesting. I made 4 of those. We'll see what we can do. And then my favorite is going to be using, I made a couple more pod beads with some, I don't know if you want to call it a leaf, just some cane. And I made a bunch of pod beads with it. And then with the leftover, I made a bunch of these. And I really like how these turned out. I've still got water in here, so it's going to be a little bit wet. But I just love that color combo. These are going to make a really pretty necklace. And I've got a focal that's not quite like that, but using the same colors. I couldn't figure out what to do, so I just threw a bunch of flowers, trying to find a flower that would match with these. I have absolutely no fuchsia or purple flowers, so I ended up with pink. It'll probably work okay, but I also made a swirl one, so we'll probably end up doing that with the swirl beads, just putting the swirls on the side, bringing that up. We can bring in some mint beads, we can bring in purple, we can bring in fuchsia. I don't know about turquoise, maybe like a turquoise green. So we're going to have fun playing with that, but that's still got to go into the tumbler and get tumbled, and I'm still not even close to turning that on. So we'll show you how that is later. And then these are the rest of the leaves that we made. So we have some pendants, and these came out really bright. I also used that little agate experiment on the leaves too. And then I had a bunch of leftovers from the leaf cane. So whatever I had left over, I just made a bunch of swirls. So it'll be interesting when we put all this together, Hopefully it won't be too long. But just wanted to share with you that, and hope you liked it, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.